VOC is used in planning. It's corroborating top-down and bottoms-up planning. Like, kind of like check that box. It's serving a pretty core need. And that makes me feel good. That makes me feel like we're democratizing the feedback. We're making it accessible, and we're letting kind of like everyone understand that they now have evidence and credibility to their strategies, to their roadmaps. And it's not just like, well, I said so, or I think this, right? Like people are actually able to share their product intuition. And it's not just like some genius in a room saying like, this is what customers want. So I think that's one that's like pretty obvious, but there's some smaller kind of like surprising things that I think are really exciting. Like just like, for example, there used to be teams that always struggled with like getting the right amount of feedback and like using it to actually inform product decisions and roadmaps. Like, for example, I used to lead business strategy in the partnerships team. Like you knew there was feedback around like integration partners or from developers, but like it was always hard to find, it was hard to act on. But now we actually have like a really strong partnership with our BD and partnerships team where they have their own workflow to collect feedback for specific integration partners. They have a voting process now that says like, here are the top requests and we should like inform their roadmaps. So that's super cool. Like just be able to just like provide teams that historically I wasn't able to provide them with any value for VOC. Now they're like really close partners. The other thing is just like having this like much deeper connection between kind of product marketers and customers. Like I mentioned this in the past, but like coming up with like, who should we showcase in a customer story used to be really hard. It used to be like, oh, I know this person who knows this person and maybe I can get a meeting. Now it's like, who asked for this feedback? Oh, let's reach out to them. Let's set up a call. Oh, let's include them in the beta. Oh, like we have in-depth, real understanding of how they use the product before the feature, after the feature. And now these like, like these rich stories come to life where product marketers and product builders are connecting with real people that they're building for.
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing. I think one example here that's like, even for me was very surprising was we were working on a big feature release. And there was a question of like, how do we package this? What's the right tier? Like, what's the right pricing and packaging for this new offering? And someone on the business strategy team reached out. They're like, Michael, can you pull who's asked for this and like what plan they're on and like what's their ARR and all of that. And I remember thinking like before, like, oh, that would have been really hard in the past. But I was like, yeah, we can do that. So I was like, let me just go and interpret, find that track keyword, export that, join it with Redshift data and like get the revenue data and the usage data. And it like turn that around in a day. And I found out that actually helped them inform the pricing and packaging strategy. So it's like to be able to like leverage qualitative feedback and do it in a day when it wasn't like, oh, let me prioritize that. It was just like, yeah, let me put that together this afternoon and see what it could do. That's making me excited to realize like, we are making it possible to use qualitative feedback in ways that I don't think organizations really considered in the past.